This video is going to be an update and a review of where we're at. Hopefully a lot of you are coming back after several months and having seen the pre-purchase inspection video that we did of the First Baptist Church in Lindsborg, Kansas. We really enjoyed the comments on that video. We would like everybody to know that Mark did go ahead and purchase that property. And there may have been a little bit of buyer remorse here and there, but in the end, he's very happy with the purchase. And we are both very excited to get started on this project. Unfortunately, things kind of got put on the back burner, and I wasn't able to get up there and help much over the summer. I think the last video was posted in March, I believe, and it is now August 17th. September's just around the corner, which it's hard to believe. School has started. In that time, there have been things that I've been working on, and part of that, the digital CAD of the property. I wanted to kind of go over this just kind of as an introductory video. I am by no means a CAD professional. I am 100% self-taught. Started doing this just to facilitate my 3D printing, and I've been looking for opportunities to expand my knowledge in that area. So anytime I can pick up a project that will extend that, I've been doing it. There's a lot of work that has been done here on the church, and I thought I would just run through it relatively quickly, and then hopefully from there forward I can start making regular videos about what we're doing and how we're doing it. What I have done is I have created my folder and my subfolders. So this kind of all starts with a floor plan, right? We started by first figuring out the basement's actual dimensions. Now, we've already started putting in the renovations here. So this is not how the basement is currently laid out. Currently, there is this dividing wall here. There is a dividing wall here. It's pushed back a few inches, I think. But then that is equally split into two larger rooms, and then those have doors here, and then there's a large room here. There's a staircase going up here, side doors here. And then these are the two utility rooms. One has this enormous, and if you've watched that other video, you'll seen it, but it is an enormous, ancient Viking furnace with an AC unit on top of it. That's all going to go away, but that thing takes up the majority of this room. This back room is mostly empty at the moment, but he has kind of started cleaning this up because this is where the electrical comes in. The building does not have a permanent electrical source at the moment. The water is on, the gas is not on. We do have a temporary line that is ran across the yard from up here, and it literally lays on the ground and runs through and enters here through the old coal door, and then there's just a temporary stand on the main floor that breaks that electrical out. So one of the next big projects is getting the electrical done. That's going to require a dedicated transformer because Mark, with all of his equipment, needed somewhere in the neighborhood of 600 amps, and that's the max that the city could get us. So they're going to actually put a transformer on the ground here, and then we're going to have to trench in electrical all the way down to where we want the utility room to be. But once we got the dimensions of the basement kind of figured out, we then went and measured the exterior of the building, and we figured out where all the windows were and how this all fit together. And then I was able to start combining stuff, and this is where it really started to get cool. This is the exterior with the basement, and on top of that, the main floor, which this is pretty rough for the main floor, and we haven't done a whole lot here. We're going to focus on the basement first. The plan here is to get the apartment area. This brick wall is pre-existing. This brick wall is pre-existing, as are these. Oh, and this brick wall here is pre-existing. And then everything else that you see now is our proposed apartment change. And we're looking at like a main room that is 310 inches by 151 inches wide. So that's the main room. And then there's a bedroom down here that is 130 by 151. And then there'll be another bedroom and closet here. Total is 262 by 177. And then the remainder, this will be a walk-in closet. This will be the utility room as it is now, but this is going to get converted into a walk-in closet for this bedroom. This is the walk-in closet for this bedroom. We will have the kitchen here. It's not going to be a huge kitchen. The door out of the basement right now is here. We are proposing to move it here and to widen it to a door and a half, 54-inch cutout. And then we're going to come in with a staircase here. I think we're planning on widening this. Oh, yeah. This right now is a serving window out of the original kitchen into the fellowship hall commons area that was in the basement. We are proposing to cut this into a doorway, and there is a doorway here that we are going to close in. So it'll be a straight shot from the back door into the basement, and then we're also going to change how the stairs are here. Right now there's a landing here where that door is. It comes up and wraps around and goes upstairs, and then there's another short staircase that goes down. We're going to get rid of all of that, move the door like I said, staircase coming out this way, and another staircase going up from this landing. And the plan is that this and this staircase going up will be 36 inches wide at least, because we want to make sure that it is easy to get things into the basement, to get things into the upstairs, and this is going to be the best entry point for that activity. We can see our exterior here, and this also shows the sidewalk outside. As of this last weekend, this is a sign that was out front. That sign is no longer there. We're going to delete that. And we'll update, and now that sign is gone. But this does represent the property line. This is the sidewalk to the street. And that really is the overview of everything that we've accomplished. And we are ready now to start actually designing this basement apartment. Like I said, we've got some preliminary here. Our next step is that we're going to finalize this design, and we're going to get a material list made and any other documentation that Mark needs to take the proposal to the city to get the permit and the ordinance so that we can actually start demolition and move into construction, and hopefully have him a functional living area with a bathroom, with a kitchen before the snow flies. I don't know. I don't know if that'll be accomplished. I'm not even entirely sure if we're going to get this door put in before the snow flies. That's where we're at right now. Yes, the church is something that we're moving forward with. Yes, we're going to do the work to it. And yes, it's going to be a little bit more expensive than we had initially hoped. I'm not 100% surprised by the issues that we found. The electrical, that was kind of self-imposed. We could have had electricity ran into that building now and done it fairly cheaply, but we need 600 amps. So that took a little bit extra. The other issue that we ran into is we knew that the sewage line was going to be questionable. We hadn't looked at it. We hadn't done the pre-inspection. I don't think it would have changed anything had we done the pre-inspection other than maybe the offer price. And I don't think it would have changed the offer price much. But the sewer line needs to be replaced. And unfortunately, there's not a cost-effective option for that at this time. We come out here. Right now, the sewer line comes out of this bathroom right about here and runs this way to the sewer line in an alley that's over here. Unfortunately, that runs underneath the neighbor's property, and it actually tees into his line before it goes on out to the alley. From what I understand, there is a sewer line here along this main street, but we're not allowed to go that direction. And I'm not 100% sure on why we're not allowed to go that direction, because I haven't been in any of those conversations yet. So as it looks right now, if we follow the original path and replace this clay line here, which is collapsed and at least partially collapsed in at least 4 places, we're looking at about $40,000 to dig and bore, and that still ties us back in with the neighbor's line, which I don't like at all. Personally, and this is just me, Mark does not agree with this. Personally, I would like to put a chopper and a lift pump in this utility room and just come straight out to the street. But I don't think that's a feasible option. I think we're going to be stuck with replacing the original line, which is at 18 feet at the outgoing end. At the building, I think it's 9 feet. So we've got to drop another 9 feet going out, which seems excessive too, but I guess that's where the line is. But that right there is probably the biggest single expense that this property is going to have. The roof had already been replaced within 5 years. A large portion of what he paid was the cost of the roof. So when you think about it, he paid for a brand new roof and got a building with it. It was a good deal. Not the deal that we had hoped for, but it's definitely something we can work with, something he's committed to, and something I'm committed to helping him with. I hope everybody has some interest in this, and I hope these videos start to do well. If you have questions, comments, please leave them. We love everything. We love everything. We love the positive, we love the negative, we love the stories. As a side project, I'm going to start doing more research on this property and trying to put together a more detailed history of it. Part of that is I need to get to the Smoky Valley Historical Society and the Old Mill Museum, do some research there directly. We have a basic understanding of the history. We know the architect. We know when it was founded, who built it, and why. We've had a few people stop by and share memories from this building. And while it's not going to be a church moving forward, it is still a very prominent building just off of downtown. And we definitely want to try and do right by the structure itself and by the community. So we've got a lot of ideas floating around. We've got to figure out what's doable and what isn't, and then we can move forward. So really appreciate if you guys would subscribe to my channel. Also, Mark is putting together a channel under Noble Dwarf Printing. I'm gonna keep this CAD series going. We'll also have demolition videos and construction videos and just general updates, and we're going to try and be as transparent as we're comfortable with on what we're doing and where we're going with it. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and let me know anything, questions, comments, whether I'm doing good, whether I'm doing bad. I would love to hear it all. Thanks.